ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged match, and this is a review for NXT Worlds Collide. This was 125-20. My voice just cracked. Holy shit. So this is NXT and NXT UK coming together to make a pay-per-view. And I thought it was really good, man. In true to form, NXT just absolutely killed it with any kind of pay-per-view they do. I thought it was really, really good. And also true to form, it was kind of a few matches, but really good. So you start out with Finn Balor, and he is taking on Ilja Dragunov. I have not seen Dragunov before, didn't know anything about him. And I gotta be honest, when I first started this match, I just thought he was really awkward. Some of the stances he made, some of the mannerisms that he has, it just really awkward to me. There was one point where they're kind of standing off and then he puts one arm straight out and another arm above his head. I'm like, dude, if you're in a real fight and somebody does that, they're going to punch you in the fucking mouth. So, yeah, I mean, try to make it at least a little bit realistic. That was just goofy. It turned into a pretty good match, though. And, of course, I kind of figured Finn Balor was going to go over, and that's exactly what happened. After that, you get a short interview with the Broserweights and the Grizzled Young Veterans, the two guys that are going to be facing off in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic Tag Team Tournament. And it was just some jaw-jacking, it was kind of cool, though. Then you get a Fatal 4-Way for the Cruiserweight Championship, which had Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jordan Devlin from NXT UK, Travis Banks from NXT UK, and Angel Garcia from NXT. Really good match, high octane, everything you would come to expect from a cruiserweight matchup, especially a Fatal 4-Way when you've got several participants in here going at it. Very cool, a lot of great spots. And at the end of the day, Jordan Devlin wins the Cruiserweight Championship. I'd never seen the guy before. I was really impressed with him, though, in the match itself. Travis Banks, not as impressed with. He was good. There were a couple of things I thought he did was kind of funky, though. So the match in total was just really fun and had a cool surprise ending. So really good stuff there. Then you get Mustache Mountain, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven versus DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. And another really good match. I mean, anything with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, you expect to be good. That's just the way it is. But Mustache Mountain really made it good in their own right. So, another fantastic match that ends with DIY getting the win. And I kind of figured they were going to go with that too, especially since it's DIY's reunion match. And then you got Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai. I don't even remember how this started, but there was a fight in the fan area, and then it kind of spilled over the barricade into the ringside area, and eventually they separated them, and they got a match coming up in a week. So kind of a cool spot, I guess. And then you get Toni Storm versus Rhea Ripley. It looked like Rhea Ripley got hurt. Maybe she got whiplash or what they call a stinger when you hurt a nerve in your neck. She got suplexed into the turnbuckles and landed on the middle and bottom turnbuckle. And she came out, and you could tell she was hurt. So I think the match actually did suffer a little bit for that. But it was still a good match, and at the end of the day, Rhea Ripley gets the win over Toni Storm. You kind of figured that was going to happen. Then, Undisputed Era and Imperium close out the night, and this was kind of an interesting match for a couple of reasons. The first of which was Alexander Wolf. They were doing a spot where Undisputed Era, two of the guys were kicking him, one from the front, one from the back, and unfortunately he was on his knees, and the front kick went a little too high and caught him either in the tip of the chin and pushed back into his throat, or just hit him straight in the throat. And the referee immediately called off the match for a second, did the X, and the medical team came out, and they actually had to take Alexander Wolf to the back. He was done for the night. So hopefully he's okay, but yeah, he took a hell of a shot to the throat. And that was on Bobby Fish, honestly, which I mean, accidents happen and we all get that. And Bobby Fish has been pretty damn good. He's been really solid in the ring. But that's definitely something you got to be careful of. So the fight continues. It turned out to be an absolutely great match with the rest of the guys involved. The 7 guys left just tore the house down. Walter, they definitely made him look as beast as they could. And there were a bunch of spots where it looked like either team could win. And at the end of the day, they gave it to Imperium. I thought that was really interesting. Maybe they're doing something where they're kind of deconstructing the Undisputed Era now. Maybe one of these guys are going up to the main roster. You don't know. But I thought it was a very cool way to finish up the night. Because honestly, I did expect Undisputed Era to win. So I thought it was a nice surprise. I like Imperium. I like Undisputed Era more, but I do like Imperium. I think they're really, really good. They definitely can have an entertaining match. And that was NXT Worlds Collide. Short and sweet, man. It was a 2.5 hour long pay-per-view, so it wasn't incredibly long. Like I said, a few matches, but very good. And because they were all very good, I'm going to give this a very high score. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I feel like they absolutely killed it. And that's where we're at. So ladies and gentlemen, that's my review for NXT Worlds Collide on 125.20. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz, Kaged Nation, out.